kí wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn òdì, mo kí wa pé a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Mo kí ẹ̀yin ìyá, mo kí ẹ̀yin bàbá, mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kí àbúrò, èmi ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín. Ààyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ṣíyọ lọ́dọ̀ títí náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ààyè ọpẹ́ a máa yọ fún gbogbo wa. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá. Àfìgbà tó ta rí nǹkan tó wà nídìí kókò tàbí nǹkan tó wà nídìí kíni ẹ bá mi parí ẹ̀ lé. Nǹkan tó wà nísàlẹ̀ kòkò tàbí something like that. Mo mọ̀ ọ́, kò ń ṣe wípé mi ò kàn fẹ́ sọ ni o, mi ò fẹ́ disturb yín, ẹ bá mi parí ẹ̀ lé. APC. What? APC. Tó bá ń gbọ́ APC, tó o bá kó bàtà ẹ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa sá lọ. Tí ò bá jẹ́ wípé ó ṣeé ṣe, ó possible kéèyàn ní ẹbí tàbí èèyàn kan tó jẹ́ innocent tí ò mọ nǹkan kan nípa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ńṣe ló yẹ kéèyàn lọ máa yá àṣẹ èpè kéèyàn máa bù fún gbogbo àwọn APC. Àfìgbà tán padà gbé ọmọ Dupe Onitiri jáde. Àfìgbà tán padà gbé ọmọ Dupe Onitiri tán padà gbé jáde. Ó wá jẹ́ wípé kíni o? Oh my God. Kíní kan tí ìyá gbìn tàbí kíní kan tí ìyá ṣe kíní kan lọ́mọ. Ẹ bá mi parí ẹ̀ lé, tèmi bá mi. Kíní kan tí ìyá ṣe kíní kan òun ni ọmọ gbé. Ẹ ti mọ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Mo mọ̀ ọ́, máa mú wá lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Tó bá sọ wípé èèyàn jọ èèyàn tán, APC, Tinubu, ọmọ gbà fọ́gà ẹ̀, ẹ gbé fún sẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá yẹn, ṣé mo pé àwọn ẹlòmíì wà tó bá bí wọn nílànà ìṣòwò báyìí, wọ́n máa ṣe báyìí tó bá tún wá jẹ́ pé ọpọlọ wọn ṣe cham, wọ́n máa ṣe báyìí tó jẹ́ wípé ìwọ náà máa mọ̀ pé ẹni yìí in short. Bàbá Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ọpọlọ ẹ̀, Ṣèyí Tinubu ló tún wá fẹ́ gbà ń sìn, but ara ayé ò ní fún ṣe, èrò ọ̀run ò ní fún ṣe, òkú gan ò ní fún ṣe, àwọn màláìkà gan ò ní fún ṣe. Wípé ìyà táwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ tán fi jẹ ìran Nàìjíríà or ìran Yorùbá kù, òun ló máa gbé. Ọlọ́run ò ní fún ṣe, Elédùmarè ò ní fún ṣe. Ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi, AP. Tó bá ń gbọ́ AP, wọ́n tó pé PC whatever, ẹgbẹ́ onígbàálẹ̀. Àwọn bíbú yìí burú. Àfìgbà tó ṣe kíni tó ń gbé ọmọ Dupe Onitiri, wọ́n gbé bóde. Eléyìí wá ṣe kíni, ó wá mọṣẹ́ ju yálàyà ẹ̀ lọ. Ó mọṣẹ́ ṣe kíni, ó mọṣẹ́ ju yálà. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí mi fẹ́ fagùn rárá. Ẹ jẹ́ kí but ó ṣe kíní díẹ̀, kò ń ṣe nǹkan 15 minutes. Ó fẹ́ pé 1 hour tí ò bá lé ní 1 hour. But tó ò bá wo ibi tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ dé, ó lè mọ oríkì tó fẹ́ kì. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá wá ráyè tó bá jẹ́ pé ò ní time much, wo díẹ̀ kó gbélẹ̀ kó padà wò. Wo díẹ̀ tó bá wò tán, òun ló lè enjoy nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí wípé ìwọ gan wàá béèrè account number mi wípé ayé ọpẹ́ iṣẹ́ ló ṣe. Ayé ọpẹ́ gbòòsà fún ẹ, kùdùsì fún ẹ. Ìyẹn ni ti MC Olúọmọ. Kùdùsì fún yín. Àdó méjì, ìyẹn ni ti Farouk Oníkìdìgbà. Tẹ́mi bá ti ní kùdùsì fún yín o, ẹ̀yà ní àdó méjì fún ẹ o. Slang tó ń lọ nígboro nìyẹn ń sìn. Sọ pé bọ̀. Dúpẹ́ sọ pé bọ̀. Onítìrì sọ pé bọ̀. Àwọn people yẹn, ibi tá bá ti ń ṣeré òun la ti ń rí òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé rí nǹkan tá máa wò yìí, nǹkan tó pa àwọn èèyàn kan ni. Nǹkan tó sọ àwọn èèyàn kan di, tó jẹ́ wípé bóyá wọ́n tún lè bá mọ́. Nǹkan tó sọ àwọn èèyàn kan di ẹ̀dùn arinlẹ̀. Nǹkan tó sọ àwọn èèyàn kan di, mi mọ bí mo ṣe lè pè, ìbànújẹ́ ayérayé. Nǹkan tó sọ àwọn èèyàn kan di wípé tán bá ń gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọmọ Yorùbá, tàbí kán máa gbọ́rọ̀ wípé ọmọ Yorùbá kan fẹ́ ṣe dáadáa gan, tó jẹ́ wípé ìbànújẹ́ ló máa jẹ́ fún wọn wípé why tí ìran mi jẹ́, tí mo tiẹ̀ wá láti ìran Yorùbá. Òun ni ìrìn àjò tí Dúpẹ́ tó wá bá wa dá sí, tó sọ àwọn èèyàn kan dà. Eléyìí lẹ máa fi rí ìdánilójú not 100%. Tó ẹ bá ti mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ wípé 120%, eléyìí lẹ máa fi mọ̀ wípé 250% guarantee lélẹ́yìí. Tẹ́ ẹ bá bẹ́ẹ̀, ọjà tí mo fẹ́ tà yìí, mo fẹ́ ta ọjà yẹn ni. Ẹ wá gbowó yín padà lọ́wọ́ mi. Nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ wò yìí, tẹ́ ẹ bá ti gba, ẹ sọ wípé oh my God, 1 hour ni mo fi wo Dr. Zabby. Nǹkan tó wà níbí báyìí irọ́ ni, máa gbowó mi lọ́wọ́ yín ni, ó lò ní owó per hour mi, bọ̀ mi ò fáwọn ní per hour $100 per hour. Mi ò dẹ̀ fáwọn ní 50 o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ torí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣe mí lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́. Bó ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn tèmi like mi, wọ́n ní charge mi mọ̀ jẹ́. Kò yẹ yín sìn, nǹkan tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn lẹ́kún ni. Ẹ wo woman tó lose ilé. Nǹkan tó, iṣẹ́ tó ti ṣe, mélòó la fẹ́ kà. Tàbí Lady Queen, tàbí kí ló ń pe orúkọ ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé mọ nǹkan tí woman yẹn náà, ṣé mọ nǹkan tó lose? Ṣé mọ adúrú owó tó ná?
So we're going to get started today. Mr. Obinna, please introduce yourself and just tell people who you are, your relationship with Sandra, Duru, and why you decided to come on the show today. Let's start from there.
Okay. My name is Obinna Akurudike. I'm from Imo State, the same state with Sandra Duru. I've known Sandra for a very long time, almost 15 years, plus minus almost 15 years. I've known her since 2013. I used to be a strong advocate of good governance in the state. I spoke against the then government of Rocha Sokowacha. So I think Sandra reached out to me because I was kind of one of the popular voices then in the state who spoke against the government, and we became friends. So it was within that period that she accused the then deputy governor of Imo State, Princess Imadumoye, of being homosexual. I think that was really what brought us together and all that. Then along the line, a lot of things happened. So within that period, I think I met her about 2 times, a total of 3 times, all those years. Met her 2 times, she came to Imo State, and once I went to her house in Lagos. I spent about 2-3 days in Lagos in her house. And I think that was within the period I found out that the allegations against the former deputy governor didn't hold water. From 2013, 2014, we had issues. I blocked her on social media, and I blocked her on Facebook from 2015 till 2019. So 2019, around that time, I was going through my block list, and I saw names of people I blocked, and I saw hers. I decided to unblock some of them. I unblocked her, and she came back, chatted me up, called me, sent me gifts. Then she was now in the United States. Since 2015, I cut off connection, but the connection started again in 2019. She sent me gifts. Then we became friends again, on and off over the years. Sometimes we'll quarrel. Since 2019 till date, sometimes we'll quarrel. She'll block me. After a while, she'll come back. She'll block me, come back. That's been our relationship since then till date. That's practically everything about Sandra, between her and Sandra. I can't hear you.
Thank you so much.
I can't,
So you can hear me now, right? Okay.
yes, I can.
So a number of people may be wondering how you got into this case, but I also wanted to ask you because when she released her audio, there was a particular picture, or let me say, there was a particular name that came up when she released her audio. Part of the things that she was, when she held her camera to the screen, there was a
Mhm.
name that came up that time, and we also Obina. I don't know if you could see on the screen. Mazi Obina. Is that you? That someone
Yes,
called?
that is me.
That is you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your relationship with the issue on ground? How were you involved in the issue on ground?
About 3 weeks ago, she called me. About 2 weeks ago, I got 100,000 from somebody. I didn't know who the person was. So I started wondering who was this that sent me 100,000. And I saw her name as the description. So the next thing she called me, she said that was for I and the kids for our Easter. And I thanked her for the 100,000. Then, about, was this the same day or a few hours or the next day? She called me. I was like, that she wanted me to do something for her. That she wanted me to do a job for her. I said, what was it? She said she needed a video editor.
Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. The 100,000, was it on the 19th of April? Because you sent me a picture of a, was it the one on 19th of April?
Yes, I think that should be the first transfer she sent to me. That should be,
Okay.
yeah,
I put it on the screen. So it has
yeah,
your name as the receiver. I'm just putting this
yeah,
up as you're talking for people that may be asking.
yeah.
Also the name Tade Niawo from the person that I interviewed 2 days ago, she mentioned Frances. She mentioned that this is the account that Sandra uses in Nigeria. Okay, so this is the evidence of the 100,000 naira payment. You can keep going.
So after the 100,000, she now told me that she wanted me to do a job for her. I said, okay, what was the job? She said she needed me to get her a video editor and a musician. So I told her I could do that, and I got her somebody, one of my guys who does video editing, also got a musician, and the video editor also promised to get somebody who would do a voiceover for a documentary. She said she wanted to do some documentaries. So she sent the scripts of the documentaries to me and told me to get the editor. The editor looked at it and said, okay, he could do it. He could deliver it within a day or two. She asked how much, and the editor said about 250,000. She sent in about 500,000. There she sent money both for the hotel that they. She told me to pay for a hotel where they will stay. Gave me money to put them kind of like, oh yeah, take this, kind of like a dash and all that. So the editor started the work. The guy started the work, did the first production, did the voicing, and Sandra condemned the voicing. She didn't like the voicing. She said it was bad, and that she was working on a time frame, all that. Then she now said, okay, that she's going to call Frances Olisa Obonna, that she was going to call her to do the voicing. Now, Frances is somebody I know on social media on Facebook. I've not met her before. In fact, it was Sandra that connected us some years back. And she called Frances. Frances came on board. She sent the script to Frances, and Frances did the voiceover, sent it back to both I and Sandra. Sandra listened to it and condemned it as well, that it wasn't right. Then that was when she now told me that she paid Francis 300,000 for the job. Then she now started demanding a refund from Francis, and they started having issues. I told Francis, if you have her money, that's how I work with Sandra. If I have a job for her and I've not delivered, just keep her money so I can refund. I don't want to holler. Told Francis, if you can refund. Francis said she has already paid the people who did the job. So for instance, later we funded 50,000. I just tried to stay away from their matter, let them solve it themselves. Then my video editor was able to get somebody who did the voiceover, and we made the production for her, and that was the production she used on her Facebook pages about Senator Natasha Aboti Udwara.
Thank you so much. So I think now I'm going to start playing some of the audio that you have sent to me. I will still have you talk about them, but just in case some people are wondering, does he have any evidence of the things that he's been saying so far? Also, I have the screenshot of two different payments. There's a 200,000 naira payment. Does that have anything to do with the production that you have mentioned, so I can show that now, or is that
Yes,
coming later?
yes, the 200,000 has she didn't send me the screenshot of the first 500,000, but she sent me the screenshot of the 200,000. She kind of like said, okay, I should give the musician that she liked what he did, the musician, the editor, that she liked the job, kind of like I should give them to share and all that. So that was 200,000.
So the 200,000 was for the musicians, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show the 200,000 evidence that you had sent now for those that may be wondering. So this is the 200,000 that he's talking about. And once again, it was sent to Obina from the same account that had allegedly sent money to Frances as well. So let me know whenever you need me to put up the other money that you are sending the screenshot as well. So, but for now, I'm going to play a voice that you are saying is the voice of Sandra. Some of the people in the comment section are already asking some questions like, why did you decide to come on the show? Like, why are you exposing this? Do you mind answering that first? And then I will play that audio.
Ade, growing up, I always wanted to be a lawyer, but I always believe lawyers lie against people. They will tell a lie against somebody, and that was one of the reasons why I did not become a lawyer, because I couldn't lie against somebody. I know this. If I know something is wrong, it's false, and I'll be like backing it up, and no, I couldn't do that. And when we started this, I honestly believed that Sandra was doing the right thing. Yeah, I believed it because I was a fan of Senator Natasha Oti. When the whole thing started, I was a fan. I liked her. I followed her. I liked the whole thing. I was an advocate for her. Then Sandra now came up with this, and I believed that, wow, this could be true. But along the line, I started seeing, like, after the live video, after that, her live, I think that was when I started having a think. Because a lot of things she was not saying out after that live, they just didn't track. They didn't track at all. I'm a father, I have 5 daughters. And I started thinking, what if this is my daughter, this thing is happening to? I started thinking all those things. And it was no longer becoming like exposing the truth. It was like becoming something darker, as if maybe a ploy to destroy Senator Aboti, Natasha, destroy her, send her to jail. Something, it was becoming too, I just wasn't comfortable with it anymore. I wasn't comfortable with it anymore. So I think that prompted me. And when I saw Frances coming up to say the truth, at least say her mind, I thought that it would be right for me to also air what happened, say the truth, expose what happened between I and Sandra. I know there'll be consequences. I don't care. Let me just say what happened. I think that is what made me to come out and speak out today. I can't sit by and watch somebody being slandered, blackmailed, or lied against, manipulated, and I keep quiet and condone it. Even if you're paying me, I don't think I can do that. I didn't do that in doing Ochasokocha's regime. I won't do that now, no matter what.
And you are willing to cooperate with the security forces in case they invite you for question?
I'm very willing. I'm very, very willing to cooperate with anybody. I have nothing to hide. I'm extremely willing to cooperate with anybody. I have nothing to hide. First of all, the job was a professional job called, they called on us to do it professionally, and we did a professional job. So we didn't commit any crime. Now, if the security agencies need scripts and all those things from me, we provide to them. They look at it, they give the audio, which I will provide to you, I'll provide to anybody, to the full audio she sent to me. Let them run forensic checks on it, experts go through it. And if they find it to be authentic, then fine. But if they find it to be false, maybe doctored or anything, let them do what they want to do with it. But I'm ready to cooperate with anybody. I'm open to do cooperate with anybody, yes.
And the main thing that she hired you for was to come up with a song. I'm
Yeah.
trying to understand the main things that she hired you for.
She had for the documentaries. The documentaries are to be 2 documentaries.
Okay.
Then musicals. She had the script for the musicals, so the musician now performed them in several stages, performed the songs in several stages, several musicals. Then the documentaries from the script she wrote for the documentary, produced the documentary, did the voiceover for it with her script. Then the musicals, we also turned them into music videos. Sorry about that. So that was just what we did for her.
Okay, so I'm going to play one of the audio that you had sent, and then let's talk about that.
Okay.
All of them are nice. If you check the script, there are about 4 verses, if I'm not mistaken. And the 4 you gave me have 4 different messages in them. The first one it carried a different message. The second one carried another message. The third one, that was where they now mentioned the Umoran girl that she accused that they killed and used her kidney. The fourth one mentioned another incident. So I think that they did them in 4 different distance. So there's none to choose and leave the other, because I want everything written down to be mentioned. So except they want to do 4 different versions that will be releasing one at a time. So I will have the first one, Latasha 1, Latasha 2, Latasha 3, Latasha 4. Or call the other one Latasha Jezebel, Latasha Potiphar's wife, Latasha. We'll just find a name for the 4 of them, since there are 4 different types of characters we are giving her. So one can be Latasha Jezebel, Latasha Delilah, Latasha Potiphar, Latasha Atalaila, that kind of a thing. So that will make the 4 different ones where the 4 different issues will be mentioned. But 4 of them I like. 4 of them are good the way they came in. But there's something that I actually wanted the intro to have that I discussed with you earlier, where that her voice, you remember, where she said, that place I told you she was laughing, that she said she sent Obia Ezekwesili. We'll cut it from the place you said, yes, I sent Obia Ezekwesili and the feeder people to go there and deliberately disrupt the committee sitting. And she will laugh, ha, 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 ha. Then we're not launching. You see, that one, we're launching that one. Then we'll not take where she said, this injustice will not be substantiated. No, this injustice will not be sustained. We'll not say, yes, we hear you, madam. This your injustice of using public sympathy and lying will not be sustained. They will not start that one. Then the other one again, we'll look for what she said in one of the things where she was laughing that she will marry again. We'll take that her voice there. With the other one again, we'll take where she was talking about Patoranki, or somebody where she mentioned all those her lies there. That's what I'm saying. Her voice will be on all the intros. The other one will not be where she's talking about Umoren. We'll take it from where her mouth mentioned Umoren. Okay, where she mentioned Umoren, and that Umoren was killed and blah blah blah. Later after that, they said, Latasha, boom, we're moving. So let me shower and take 30 minutes nap. Then I'll join you people again. Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now.
Okay. What in the world was that? First of all, a lot of people will ask, how do we know that is truly the voice of Sandra? Because part of this case is that there's an allegation that she doctored the voice of Senator Natasha. So now, how do I know that the voice you sent to me is truly the voice of Sandra? That it was also not doctored?
Well, I sent you some screenshots of some audio voice notes she sends to me. I could even play them from my phone. I will show. I can bring it to the screen so people see can see
I can
her
put
phone
up
number.
some of
Where
the images that you're talking, so that people can see that it's part of a WhatsApp
yeah, yes,
conversation, right? Okay,
yes,
so I'll
I can bring them to where some of things and play them to
yeah,
show that this is coming from. It's not.
I can put
They're
it
all
up. I
coming.
just make sure that your account number is not visible and all that. So I can put that up as you're talking. So you are telling us that truly this is the voice of Sandra Duru.
Yes, you can even compare the voice there and the voice on her live. You can compare. There's no doctrine. I don't know how to do voice cloning. I don't know those ones. So
So
that's her voice.
your own job was not voice cloning. Your own job
I
was
don't
the production of the documentary and the
strict-
songs.
strictly. I don't know how to clone somebody's voice. I'm not interested in cloning somebody's voice. That is cloning somebody's voice. That is using somebody to tell a lie against. I can't do that. And that is actually why I'm on this show because I cannot condone lies. That's it. So
Okay. So
I'm not interested.
I will let you talk to us about what we just listened to. But real quick, when she kept saying Tasha, she was actually saying Lie,
Yeah,
Tasha, right? So she was saying
yeah,
Tasha. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. So I want you to tell me what we just listened.
I was the principal consultant to Standards Organization of Nigeria. The sun cap we're enjoying today in Nigeria, that was my God-given wisdom and initiative. I conceptualized it.
God, you cannot make this up. How? This is a government agency. Do you know that this agency was formed in 1971? How old is this auntie girl for her to have conceptualized? God. What's up, my people? So it's actually been a week plus since I recorded the video that you're about to watch. Sorry, I've been traveling. That's why I'm just uploading it. But it's necessary for you to watch it because you understand the basis of all the drama. Guys, you're going to laugh out loud watching this video. I promise you, you will be glad that you watched this video. As you're well aware, I've interviewed 2 alleged whistleblowers. Now, after those 2 interviews, my guess is that the senator actually called Sandra Duru, and Sandra recorded the conversation, and now she's altering the audio with AI. I mean, this woman is really into AI. If you check any of the pictures on her Facebook and Instagram pages, most of the pictures are AI generated. So this auntie is really into AI. I'm also sure that you've seen her post videos of the second whistleblower, praising her, saying good things about her. I've been told by the whistleblowers that what she does is normally she will get you to say good things about her before she gets you involved in shady things. So she will just keep that in her archive, and then if you now turn against her, she will now bring that out so that it looks like you are confused.
The videos you have been sharing, the ones where I talk good about you, I can bring the one Uchewosu did for you. I can bring the one Ikesibe did for you. I can bring the one Dele Momodu did. Everybody, I wasn't alone that did it for you. You called me and you told me, please, my brother, do this video to promote me. Please now. You practically begged me to do those videos, you know that.
Now, I will also reach out to the senator to see if she will grant an interview because I think it's very, very important to hear her side of the story, and I will keep you updated about that. But guys, get your popcorn for this one. You will not. People, is your girl Adeola. Okay, so a Nigerian woman in America came out recently that she has proved that Senator Natasha Akpoti has been lying this whole time about sexual harassment allegations against the Senate President. Godswill Akpabio. Freedom. This woman made a live video on Facebook and it was 1 hour long, guys. First and foremost, this woman, Sandra Duru, also known as Professor Mbeke, she is not a professor at any school here in America, and she also doesn't have a PhD. You have to have a PhD before you can be a professor. If anybody tells you that they are a PhD holder, you just need to put their name in ProQuest. You will see their thesis. She's not there, whether you look for Mbeke or you look for Sandra Duru. As a matter of fact, on Wikipedia, her full name is Sandra Duru Eluobi, so I'm not sure how she came by Professor Professor Mbeke. But if you look at some of her old videos, she sort of explained how she came by the name Professor Mbeke. Because like 4 years ago, 2021, she had a YouTube show, Bear It All with Professor Mbeke, on her YouTube channel called Mbeke TV. So I will play a snippet for you where she was sort of explaining how she came by the name Professor Mbeke.
You're welcome to Mbeke TV show. Bear It Out with Professor Mbeke. Professor Mbeke brings the word to us Mbekenizedly and brings us to the word Mbekenizedly. So Professor Mbeke is a professor of all the Mbekes and warriors and Wafos and Bonkwas. We are here to say the way it is, naturally. Say the way it is. One Obadogi, a warrior. Mbekenize it.
Mbeke is actually an Igbo name. Some people say it can be associated with village girl or someone perceived to be rural or lacking in urban sophistication. Anyways, she keeps saying in her video, Mbekenize it, Mbekenize it. So that is probably why she calls herself professor in Mbekenize things. Hey, father. So Auntie gave herself the title professor because she knows how to Mbekenize things. And can I just tell you, she did not disappoint. In this Natasha matter, she has Mbekenize. She has Mbekenize the whole matter. If you did not watch the full video, 1 hour, you are in luck because I'm about to give you a rundown of the whole 1 hour. I just want to point out some of the places where you can see her outrightly contradicting herself or like making up stuff. So she said that Senator Natasha called her on March 27th. And then at 12 minutes, she said she contacted UN agency and that she's a member of the UN Council.
I've contacted UN agencies because I'm a member of the UN Council.
Okay, wait up. How did we get... Which UN Council are you a member? Who elected you as a member of the UN Council? Is it the UN Security Council? Because every member of that council is representing a country. She also said she's the president of TUFF. That is the Unique Family Foundation.
I've contacted everyone. I'm the president of TUFF, the Unique Family Foundation, that has UN successors and the rest of them in the United States.
Okay, which one is that? I googled it. I'm like, which one is tough? Unique Family Foundation. I found out this is a foundation that Auntie started on her own. If you go on their Facebook page, she explained what they are about. The Unique Family Foundation, TUFF, is a non-profit organization based in the United States of America. We're committed to touching lives positively and fulfilling dreams by bringing stability and opportunities to families in need around the world. I'm like, wait, this is one foundation that is bringing stability and opportunities to families in need around the world. There's no specific location that they are focusing on around the world. This must be really good. It must be huge. Now, I went on their Facebook page and guys, all I see this woman post on their Facebook page are her books. Pictures of her books, telling people to buy her books. One of them is called Soul Tonic. The other one is called Voice of Nature. Remember, she said her non-profit is helping to fulfill dreams by bringing stability and opportunities to families in need around the world. There is no correlation between that and the books that she's promoting with the page of this foundation. So all she does on the Facebook page of this foundation is promote her books. Meanwhile, this same foundation has a GoFundMe page where they are trying to raise money. I mean, at first I thought they were trying to raise money in order to fulfill dreams by bringing stability and opportunities to families in need around the world. But when I went on their GoFundMe page, which they've been trying to raise for the past 3 years, by the way, their goal is to raise $500,000. So far, she has raised $7,325 in the last 3 years. Anyways, when I went on the page, it was the picture of her books that I found on the GoFundMe page. And she literally puts in there that your generous donation will go a long way in helping us put a copy of this book in millions of hands in America, Europe, Africa, and Asia, and the rest of the world. So I guess if you go on GoFundMe page and you donate to her GoFundMe page, it means that you are buying a book which she wants to put in the hands of people. What I don't understand is a very long description. She also said that there are millions of people worldwide who can still not afford basic amenities like stable electricity, internet connection, or even a good smartphone to access our content and books online. So people don't oh god, so people don't have electricity, they don't have running water, so the solution is to give them your book. one of them Voice of Nature, the other one Soul Tonic. Anyway, so she has the GoFundMe page going on. Now, guys, if you go on her Wikipedia page, sorry, I need to give you guys all this act. This is a very juicy. I have worked for you guys. I have done all kinds of investigations for you guys. Oh yeah, okay, no me logo. Anyway, so I'm surprised that that is the only foundation that she mentioned in her speech. For some reason, she did not mention her other foundation, because on her Wikipedia page, they said that she's the founder of Pre-Adult Affairs Organization. Now, I decided to look that up as well. I'm like, okay, which one is this again? I couldn't find a website, but I found that it is registered on the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Now, first thing first, any NGO can go and register on the UN Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Any NGO can register there if you are trying to get the UN's consultative status. But more importantly, it takes 10 minutes. I mean, for you to register your NGO there. So she registered her NGO there. I checked the website that she put on that UN's page. It doesn't exist. Maybe by the time you guys are watching it, it will exist. I don't know. But right now it says the site cannot be reached. So it doesn't exist. Also, the UN put at the very top that a profile in this database and on this website does not in and of itself connote any affiliation with the United Nations. Because some Nigerians will still say, how did she get on UN's website if she's not? No, the UN is already saying that this doesn't mean that they are affiliated, unless such affiliation is expressly indicated by identifying the type of ECOSOC consultative status held by an NGO. Now, I clicked on the consultative status and they said this organization is not in consultative status with ECOSOC. ECOSOC, by the way, is the Economic and Social Council of the UN body. That is the UN body responsible for addressing global economic, social, cultural, and health issues, as well as human rights. So ECOSOC is saying upfront that the fact that an organization is listed here doesn't mean that they are affiliated. And if you click on their higher consultative status, it says this organization is not in consultative status with ECOSOC. It is very important to give you that information because she kept throwing out UN, this, UN, that, UN. I'm in conversation with UN. I mean, you would think this auntie owns the UN. And then at some point, around 12 minutes and 30 seconds, she said that the security agencies have verified all the evidence that she has against Senator Natasha.
She was so relaxed.
So she said she asked Senator Natasha to write an official letter requesting her help. She was like, if you want me to represent you, I need an official letter. Once again, she's confused. She thinks that she's a lawyer.
If you want me to represent you, I'll be needing a letter from you, an official letter. So commit me officially, which I'm going to post after this conversation now, after this interaction with you guys. I'm going to post a lot of things out there. So she said, I said, make me your let me be committed officially so that at this point, whatever you want to say, I can vet them before you say them because you are being careless with your words. She said, no. Nigerians, she said they are G and H. I don't know what the meaning of that. She said gullible and hungry.
I'm sorry. And I'm like, that's crap. Who would write an official letter to say, please, so I want you to lie about somebody? Like, who doesn't know that you don't do that? Not to talk about a lawyer. She said that Senator Natasha told her that Nigerians are G and H. Gullible and hungry. I was like, wow. It's just not adding up. Then at about 15 minutes and 54 seconds, she said that Senator Natasha offered to pay her 200 million naira. I was like, what? That's it? Just 200 million? What an insult.
I couldn't tolerate it anymore. So I had to say, hey girl, I'm sorry, I can't do this. She offered $200,000. I said, 200 million naira. I said, no. She offered dollars. I said, no. She said, at that point, she wrote me. I will post what she wrote. She responded to me in writing. I don't want anything contractual. I said, no. If you want me to represent you, you have to give me a letter, an official letter of commitment.
So only a lawyer can say that you're not representing her. You're not her lawyer, but hey.
Then you have to send me your evidences. So I'll look through them. I'll vet them. Then I will advise you how to fight this cause. Natasha disappeared. That was how Natasha disappeared.
I was like, wow, so she doesn't even know you. It's the first time you guys are meeting. She doesn't even know if you can deliver or what is it that you can do. Because me, I never heard about her until today. I'm not saying that she's not a big somebody. I'm just saying I've never heard about her. So the fact that they will offer her 200 million, that speaks a lot. She must be huge. It's just that some of us never knew her until now, which is not a crime. We don't know everybody. I'm just saying she must be a very big somebody. Although she said it several times that she's big, she's going on CNN, she's the president of this. Later you will hear so many things that she said. Now at almost 17 minutes, that was how Auntie started telling us that Senator Natasha opened up about her personal life to the point where she told this auntie allegedly. Professor is telling us that Senator Natasha said Senator Natasha's husband poisoned her, and that she's also going to poison him back when all this is over.
The man didn't know Natasha had told me a lot of things about her, the NDDC man she dated in Sima, how her husband Ima, and all those things I'm not going to mention today, how Ima bought somebody a bulletproof, how Ima poisoned her, how she's going to poison Ima back when she's done with this.
Okay, what kind of play poison are these people using? How can her husband poison her and she's still healthy? She's not sick. What kind of fake poison is that? Usually when people are poisoned, they either die or they are in the hospital. But she's going everywhere. She's doing everything normal. Also, she said that Senator Natasha alleged that she's going to poison her husband back when all this is over. And I'm just like, does this woman think that she's talking to kids? Like, what the heck is that? How did we get to, he poisoned me, I poisoned him? These people are poisoning. They are poisoning one another. But when we see them on video, they are doing lovey. We didn't know that this one is lovey on poison. Now, the one that confused me was when she got to 17 minutes and around 14 seconds. That was how Auntie said that Senator Natasha told her that she's actually fighting Yoruba government. That is why she's doing all this.
Natasha said this is politically motivated and sponsored attack against what she calls, she said it's Yoruba government. She said it has nothing to do with Akpabio. That it is their target has, she said, her political leaders or whatever she calls them, I'll post them there. It's what they sent her to do was to ensure that the Yoruba government do not go 8 years. Girl, what is your problem with this thing?
Edro Bell, no? Auntie, what is the correlation between her accusing the Senate president of sexual harassment and Yoruba government? How does going after Akpabio affect Tinubu's presidency?
That if she gets it done, they will make her the governor of Kogi State. Or if that does not work, that they will give her a minister of, what they call it in Nigeria, minister of petroleum resources. And she has to fight to finish. Like if I want, she can introduce me to them.
I'm tired. I was tempted to turn off this thing several times, guys. I was like, why am I listening to this crap? So the reason, according to this professor, the reason Senator Natasha accused Akpabio of sexual harassment is because some people have promised to make Senator Natasha a governor, or they will make her the minister of petroleum if she can bring down the Senate president. Who are the people? In Kogi State, Yaya Bello is the one that is deciding who is governor. He literally handpicked the governor that they have right now. Yaya Bello is making himself the godfather of Kogi right now. So is it Yaya Bello that is promising to make Senator Natasha a governor? And then at 18 minutes and 45 seconds, she dropped another bomb.
She said, since the sexual harassment thing is not flying, and she said she was highly disappointed in Dr. Obia's Epesili after all the money she paid them, and she started laughing at Nigerians. I have it recorded. When that one, she now came again to me with another proposal that I should help her write to some agencies.
This is strange. So after you guys fought, after she disappeared because you said you don't want to work with her, she still came back to tell you to petition some organization. I'm like, who does that?
I should help her write to some agencies and also come out in the media alleging that the so-called senator she was fighting is involved in organ harvesting. That if I bring out that one, that everybody will, that all she wants is for this Senate president to step down. That this Senate president is one shielding the president of Nigeria, that they're already in charge. They have gotten what they want from the other side of it. She said it's national, whatever they call them, House of Representative. That what they are looking for now is the National Assembly, and the Senate president is the one disrupting them, stopping them, blocking them from getting to what they want. And she mentioned the names of her sponsors. I'm going to keep those ones away because I've already mentioned them to the authorities. She said she's not on her own, that the money is available. If I'm ready, let's work.
Once again, Tinubu is Natasha's target right now. So Akpabio is in Natasha's way of getting to Tinubu. Are you guys confused yet? Because I sure am. Okay, so this is not about Natasha anymore. This is about Alaji. Alaji. Natasha.
So she now gave me the names of the agencies she wanted me to write to in the parliament in the United Kingdom.
Wait a minute. Now you are writing the parliament in the UK, but you are in America. Why will you be the one to write the parliament in the UK? Why the parliament in the UK? Again, she said because she has ties with the UN or something.
So she said I should write them. She loves the way I write, that people respect me in United States and United Nations, that women respect me. I should please help her.
I'm sorry to laugh. I tried to search for any of her articles before this thing happened. I did not see one article. I'm not saying her articles are not out there, because obviously people respect people respect her in the United States and in the UK. Those of you that respect her, share some of her articles with the rest of us, the newbies, those of us that don't know anything, so we can get to know this woman, because we did not know her until now.
That women respect me. I should please help her. That I'm a voice they can reckon with, that Auntie B is not really doing it the way she wanted it.
After that, she talked about how Senator Natasha is proud, she's full of herself. She went on and on and on. And right after saying that Senator Natasha is proud, at about 20 minutes, she now listed her own accolades.
I'm a mother. I'm a woman. I'm a human rights activist.
And then she said she's a journalist.
I'm a journalist.
Like, wait, how did, what? Like, how did you suddenly become a journalist? I'm sorry. I went on her Wikipedia page, and this is what they wrote about her on Wikipedia, which I believe she has something to do with this entry. Anyways, they said on that career in business, she has been managing director, CEO of Sanchi Nigeria Limited, Zest Media and Entertainment, an executive cable and electronic company, and managed a boutique in Lagos. I'm like, okay, Wikipedia forgot to say that she's a journalist or what? And then the second sentence says, in government, she played a role in the election of Rochas Okorocha as governor of Imo State in 2011. And I'm like, what does that mean? She played a role in the election of Rochas Okorocha. What role did Auntie play? I don't know. You can't just drop it on us like that. So I really don't know why she's calling herself a journalist now. At some point, she calls herself an evangelist. At some other, I'm telling you, at some other point, she calls herself whether a woman of God or a preacher of the word or something. And she kept talking about how she's a Christian, she has integrity, she's many things. We just did not know. I need to play this one for you because this is part of her boasting about who she is.
Natasha thinks money can do everything. Natasha doesn't know that I'm blessed. Maybe she was not aware before coming to me that I was the principal consultant to Standards Organization of Nigeria. The sun cap we're enjoying today in Nigeria, that was my God-given wisdom and initiative. I conceptualized it.
Okay.
Oh God, you cannot make this up. Okay. Some people need help. The fact that we are all in America doesn't mean that we are all okay. Some people need help. I'm not mentioning anybody's name. I'm just saying in general. This woman says that she's the principal consultant of Standard Organization of Nigeria, Santi. That is a government agency that is responsible for setting and regulating standards for products and services in Nigeria. A whole government agency. Later, she now said that she was actually the one that conceptualized it. Now, if you conceptualize something, it means you developed it from an idea. I'm like, how? This is a government agency, and do you know that this agency was formed in 1971? How old is this auntie girl for her to have conceptualized it? God. And by the way, that was just the beginning. You need to listen to her other accolades.
I conceptualized it. The gender mainstreaming in the Nigerian police force and police reforms, I did that. Natasha was threatening me when I refused to take money from her. I am not hungry. I am not poor. Those who know me will tell you.
Guys, you can't believe everything you see online. Now, around 25 minutes, she said that she told Natasha that she would fight for her, but just give me evidence of organ harvesting. So now I'm confused because you've told us earlier that you told Natasha there's no way you will work with her, and Natasha disappeared. But now you are telling us that you are ready to fight for her. You just need evidence of organ harvesting. So she's telling us that at this point, Senator Natasha has made it known to her that there was nothing like sexual harassment. So they've ruled out sexual harassment. Now they are talking about organ harvesting. If Senator Natasha has lied to you about sexual harassment, why are you still willing to fight for her? According to you, why didn't you cuckoo back out completely after finding out that she's been lying allegedly about the sexual harassment?
Even when I don't know you, I can fight for you. Nigerian youth, nuns that made me their patron, will testify to this. I have fought battles in Nigeria and I won on my battles.
Okay, nuns also need to come out. Is she your patron? Now, at 40 minutes and 39 seconds, she said that she wrote a book.
Based on all she has done and said, so I wrote a book on head screams.
This is in the middle of what she was saying, Omo. Madam started promoting her book. Don't forget, that is all she does on the Facebook page of her foundation as well. At 40 minutes, 50 seconds, she said that she petitioned the ICC, the International Criminal Court.
So I petitioned Natasha to the authorities, including ICC, document I'm going to prove to you guys.
You petitioned the ICC. I thought she would show us the evidence because she said that all the organizations that she contacted before responded. She did not show us the response. The IPU is the Interparliamentary Union, by the way.
And launched a lot of petitions abroad to even IPU. They were all copied. And I will be having an emergency UN meeting with them after this.
I'm sorry. She's about to call the UN meeting with the International Parliamentary Union. An emergency meeting for them to discuss Senator Natasha and how she's lying about Senator Akpabio. And she kukuma said at the end of that, because she said, and tonight, that she will be on CNN tonight for an exclusive interview with CNN. I searched everywhere, nothing from CNN, not even an article from CNN. I'm not saying that CNN will not interview her tomorrow, maybe they would, but till now, I have not seen any interview by CNN.
I will be having an emergency UN meeting with them after this, and I'll be on CNN too, where I'm going to give them my exclusive.
Guys, I'm tired. No, I really am. Who believes this person? Who believes this? Now, at 41 minutes and 24 seconds, she brought America into the whole thing. She made it look like she's representing the American government or something.
Everything I give you has been examined, analyzed, and verified and stamped. America, we don't make mistakes like that. We don't investigate cases before we don't just rush like that. We do things in stages.
Now America is involved? How? So America investigated all her claims and they stamped or her claims or her evidence or something. I don't know which America. Who are the Americans? It's like somebody saying Nigeria has stamped all my claim and evidence. Who in Nigeria stamps your claim? People will say, is it the EFCC? Is it the police? Is it the FBI? Like which organization in America? You don't just say America. Because at 42 minutes and 50 seconds, you see, I jumped a lot because she was rambling for a long time, saying things and repeating herself. So now I'm at 42 minutes, 50 seconds. That is when she decided to show us her call log to prove that Senator Natasha called her. But because the God of Senator Natasha is not asleep, woo, Father, hey, the God of Natasha is not sleeping. When she was trying to show us her call log, we started seeing the Senate President Akpabio had called her. By the way, we saw that the Senate President called her at 8:29 a.m. that day. Also, he called her at 1:31 p.m. that day. And you can trust Nigerians. They took screenshots. They did not let it slide. Considering the fact that she claimed that she doesn't know the Senate President.
These are the agencies in the United Kingdom that she needed me to write to and lie against Senate President of Nigeria. I don't even know that man.
You, Akpabio is calling you and you don't even know him. You are receiving calls from ghosts. We are not daft. Anyways, so we now saw that the Senate President called her, or whoever she saved as Senator Akpabio, SP, on her phone. The person had called her twice that day. Later, at 41 minutes, 45 seconds, she said that Senator Natasha went to social media but did not go to court. That's not true. Senator Natasha went to court. The case is still in court. The judge stepped down at one time, remember? So, but she went to court. She said Senator Natasha sent her some things about somebody called Yahaya Bello. She doesn't know who is Yahaya Bello. She tried to make it sound like she doesn't know how to pronounce Yahaya Bello. And she actually speaks Yoruba. Or she understands Yoruba. She spoke some Yoruba in her video, like proper Yoruba. And she said that she was raised in the Southwest, but she sounded like she didn't know how to pronounce Yahaya Bello.
She also sent this to me about Yahaya Bello. Yahaya Bello. I don't know who is Yahaya Bello. One Ododo. I don't know who is Ododo. I don't know them.
First of all, you don't know Akpabio, you don't know Ododo. Later, she said she doesn't know Senator Nwemboye as well. So you don't know all these people, but you've been fighting for Senator Natasha. You said that she's going to be governor of Kogi, but you don't know Governor Yahaya Bello. You don't know the present governor of Kogi as well. This auntie thinks that she's talking to kids. So
when she now found out that all she's offering me is not going to work, she started deleting those things. But those things she's deleting, I already have them, and I've submitted them to the police. I've submitted them to the police in Nigeria, ICC, everywhere, including IPU. And watch me on CNN. I'm going to bring out more, because on CNN, we're going to now have a slide on CNN.
Has she been on CNN? Maybe I just missed it. Please let me know in the comment section. Also, at 47 minutes into the video, this woman said that she was raised by Americans.
When you are raised by Americans, you will know that we value integrity and we can fight any battle to any level without losing it, because we keep our evidences and we watch what we say, how we say them. And that's why I decided to let her know that I'm going to smoke her out of her hole like squirrel.
Wait, I am so confused. So suddenly now you are raised by Americans? When did she even move to the US? Because now I'm so confused.
This is my petition to the Nigerian police, ICC, IPU, and I've gotten responses from all of them. That's my petition with my official letter-headed paper. And I am the president of TUFF, TUFF.
I don't understand how a foundation that you said is about bringing stability and opportunities to families in need around the world. I don't know how that is now the organization petitioning the police and the ICC, International Criminal Court. Now she claimed that she has gotten response.
Mo kí ẹ̀yin ìyá, mo kí ẹ̀yin bàbá, mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kí àbúrò. Mo rò pé tí wo gbogbo nǹkan tí a gbé wá lọ́jọ́ títí òní, ojú wo lẹ fi wò ó, báwo ló ṣe rí lọ́dọ̀ títí yín náà. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, ní ṣìrí, ẹ̀yin náà ní ṣì wá gbọ́. No going back ni, a máa dé láìlérí bọ̀ ìgbà wo ni mi ò mọ̀, àkókò wo ni mi ò mọ̀, bọ̀ mo mọ̀ pé a máa délẹ̀ lérí lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni olólùfẹ́ yín ààyè ọpẹ́ yọ. Ṣé yọ lọ́dọ̀ ti sí yín náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run? Ààyè ọpẹ́ a máa yọ fún wa lórí ọmọ, lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa. Òun láàyè ọpẹ́, òun ló máa fi máa yọ. God bless you. One love. Bye for now.